What's good? What's good? Mall High salute to the riders. You know where you at. Sevloke Hood Tales 2.0. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic. Big shout out to everybody showing the channel love. Appreciate the love and support. Thank you for the interactions. Mall High salute to all the riders. Before I start this, I'm not promoting gang life, gang culture. Just telling the testimony, giving life experiences, shining some light on the Denver Metro. So with that being said, let's get to the video. Now, this video was recommended by multiple people, but I got a recommended and request to do this recently. The homie Felipe, sorry if I pronounce it wrong. He asked me, and a couple other people asked me over doing YouTube, have I ever heard of the West Side Baller Posse? Shorter terms, fools known more as the West Side Ballers. When you know and you're tapped into like a lot of people and you got family ties and different people that you know in the streets, you gonna hear of all the neighborhoods. That's why like a lot of times it will be like a separation between, I never heard of this neighborhood from the west side or the north side, like you're the first fool to ever mention this. And then you got fools on this side, like I never heard of the fools from Aurora or Montalvo, that neighborhood, because I'm from the west side, north side, we don't mix. But when you go into history, this is one of them neighborhoods that have the history of balling. Now, there's an argument, was the West Side Ballers more from the West Side or Commerce City? And I believe, now you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, their OGs, and some of the OGs was from West Side Denver. That's kind of like where they rooted. But they went to Commerce City and got most of their money, got most of their recruitment, got most of their numbers. So a lot of fools pretty much put them under a Commerce City neighborhood. But when you know what I'm saying, pushing the West Side, I think they got love for West Side Denver, and some of them fools actually OGs are from West Side Denver. Now, I don't know. You guys let me know, but I think that's kind of how it goes. Now, one thing about West Side Ballers, the baller stood for getting bread, and that's what they did. They were more of a getting money type clique, a hood. Now, they got active, but they were not like Bloods and Crips where they were set tripping on everything. They just got money and they messed with a lot of females in the town. Now, one thing about the West Side Ballers is when you talk about indictments, they actually were like the first hood in Denver history to get indicted. Before the G's, before, you know what I'm saying, the Bloods, the Crips, before, you know, the Incas, like they were actually the first neighborhood to get indicted in Denver. So they set the tone for indictments. And then I read some of the history, bro, and there was a couple of fools that I guess in their history wore wires to set up one of their homies. But that's how it goes when indictments hit. A lot of people will start telling on each other, especially when there's football numbers. So shout out to the West Side Ballers, bro. Like they're one of them hoods that got money, a lot of balling. When you talk about different neighborhoods that ball, because there's certain neighbors like the Odies was getting money. You had the G's getting bread. You had the East Side Trays getting money. But the West Side Ballers, they were like getting bread, you know? And then they got hit with an indictment. And their history is they're one of the first hoods, if not the first hood, to have a big indictment on their whole hood. You know what I'm saying? So, Mile High salute to all them. Mile High salute to the recommended video. You know what it is. Let's go to the next one, man. Mile High salute. Let's go.